Hi, this is Dawn. Thank you for joining me as I walk through my January 2023 planner setup. I can't believe it's 2023, but I am super excited about planning this year. I have finally decided what planners I want to use after a lot of research online. I'm just trying to figure out what my setup was going to be, and I basically decided on two planners, at least for now. Maybe I'll do more as I go along, but two for now. One is a weekly planner. This is a weekly planner from Ink and Volt, and I've been using this actually for several years. It is a very simple design, not a lot of decoration in the planner itself, which I like because then I can decorate it however I want to. So that's my weekly planner. And then for extras, any extra pages that I want to make, things that I want to track, I'll be using an A5 planner where I'll be printing out the pages or otherwise creating pages and punching holes in them to use in the rings of this A5 planner. We'll get to that. But first, I'm going to start with my weekly planner. Now, I wanted everything to coordinate for the month of January as I decorated these two planners. So I am using the Build Your Own Collaboration kit. Sorry, had to pause the video to check that. It's actually the Build Your Own Collection kit, which makes more sense. It didn't sound right because everybody just abbreviates it as BYOC. So I will call it BYOC from now on. Anyway, if you haven't used the BYOC collection, it is a series of products at the Lily Pad that all coordinate, even though they're created by all the different designers there at the Lily Pad. All the products use the same color scheme and all the products coordinate together, so you can basically mix and match as you choose to. So I used the BYOC collection for January 2023. And I also am using, and mainly in my weekly planner, as I've been using for several years, I will be using the Memory Pockets monthly kit for this month. It's called Emerge this month. And again, that's a product that's at the Lily Pad. The Memory Pockets monthly kit is a wonderful kit for pocket scrapbooking and other types of design where you are using journaling cards and other coordinated embellishments. So I use that almost every week for my weekly planner. And let's get to the weekly planner. So starting with the first week, I haven't really set up all of the goals, pages, and everything in here because I'm doing that in my other journal or my other planner. But for the first week of January, this was my spread. And as you can see, I mean, it's decorated. All of these embellishments are from the Memory Pockets monthly kit. But there's still plenty of room to write. I do use this as my working planner. So I do need room for writing, so I don't pack it completely full of decoration, even though that would be fun. But I like it to be, sort of balanced. So what I do is, one wonderful thing about digital product is, you can print it out as many times as you want. I print out stickers onto sticker paper, and I cut it with a Silhouette Cameo. You don't have to cut it with a Silhouette Cameo. Obviously, these could be cut by hand. Particularly easy to cut the journaling cards if you just wanted to use those, or these little tabs or book plates, I think maybe they're called. Anyway, whatever they're called, I use them as week or day labels. This little January tab, the tab at least came with the kit, and I think I put January on there and printed it out. So anyhow, this is my weekly spread for this week. I have done next week as well, again using the same kit, the MPM Memory Pockets monthly Emerge kit. Super cute, very fresh colors. I'm really loving this kit with all the pretty butterflies. That's about as far as I've made it so far in my weekly planner. I usually do this, a week, usually a few days before the week begins. So I'll be setting up more of these. Moving over to my A5 planner, move this one out of the way. This is where I am going to put, you know, not stuff that involves scheduling, but more about goals and other things that I want to track through the year. So to start off with, I created a title page for 2023. This, the product here that I used is the NBK Design Art Crush 58, which is absolutely spectacular. Again, it's part of the BYOC collection, and it's a digital product at the Lily Pad. So this 2023 section is what they call in planner circles, I don't know, maybe they call it in other circles, I don't know. I'd never heard this expression before, but they call it a Dutch door. It's basically a partial page that opens up kind of to reveal, you know, other stuff below it. So if you open up the Dutch door of the 2023, you get to a January cover page. And of course I will be making one of these, I shouldn't say of course, if I have time, I'll be making one of these each month, but this is super cute. The calendar is from the Memory Pockets Monthly Emerge Kit. Most of the and so is this alpha where I spelled out January. Most of the rest of this is from that NBK Art Crush kit, which is, again, just so beautiful. I used it a lot. Moving on, this is a page to write down my 2023 goals. This I made with a kit called Resolutions by Rachel Etrog. I hope, Rachel, I have pronounced your name correctly. But I love this. It's very graphic and just absolutely adorable kit. And it points out one of the things that I really love about planning with digital kits, and that is that you can basically decide how much of it you want to do digitally and how much of it you want to print out and piece together by hand. It really varies for me page by page as to what I'm gonna do. This one, really all of the background was digitally designed, all the circles, all the lines. These are all digital papers that are just, you know, flat and printed out flat. Then I did print out these cute little stickers to pop up and place on top to give it a little bit of dimensionality. See if I can tip it so you can see that. So I love that ability to mix and match digital and hybrid work. So those are my 2023 goals. You see, I have not filled anything in yet. I'm still working on that. I've got sort of a brainstorming document going, but I have not pinned down exactly what my goals are going to be yet. So this is still a work in progress. Moving on, I know a lot of people like to do one little word for the year, which is, you know, sort of a theme word for your year, a word that, you know, you may want to focus on as the year goes by. Mine is renewal, which really spoke to me. It's been a rough few years. My father passed away in 2021, and I have really just started in the last few months to kind of come out of the funk that I was in for a long time. So 2023 is a year of renewal for me, and that is my one little word for this year, or at least for the first part of the year. Who knows? I might decide on more little words as I go along. On this side, and this is made with Memory Pockets Monthly Emerge Kit. On this side is that habit tracker. So I designed this in Photoshop, the circle. This is not, like, I did not make this up. This is not my genius creating this circle. Lots of people have done this before me. But I made the circle in Photoshop, printed it out, and then this little guy here, you can move around. He pops off there to note what date you're on. Each of these is a day. of the month. There's 31 for January. So each day I will fill in using these colored pencils to show whether or not I have completed that habit for the day. You know, there's exercising, writing in my gratitude journal, a cleaning task. I've taken up Tai Chi in the last year, so I need to practice Tai Chi every day. And then I need to get out in the garden or in the yard and you know, just get some fresh air or actually, you know, do a little work out there. So that's my habit tracker for January. Again, you know, I'm going to see as the year goes by if I want to track the same habits. I can always change this in future months. Then I have a mood tracker here. This is something a lot of people do. I am not convinced of the necessity for a mood tracker. I'm usually in a pretty good mood, so I don't know that my moods are going to fluctuate that much. But I thought I would give it a go and see, maybe it'll, you know, maybe it'll surprise me with information that is useful to me. So I set this up, again, it's a circle, 31 places for 31 days. And over here, these are actually stickers that I printed and cut with the silhouette, and I will use those, the option for 2 moods a day. These are the moods I have set up now: happy, peaceful, excited, anxious, and sad. But I also just printed out today off the internet this giant mood wheel that sort of breaks down some of the moods into, you know, some of a little bit more specific kinds of feelings. So this is like some other things, a work in progress that I'm figuring out the best way to use this and whether it's going to be useful to me going forward, but I'm going to give it a try for a while. Okay, moving on. I think I mentioned in my habit tracker that I'm keeping a gratitude journal that is, I figured I may as well just keep it in here rather than having a separate journal. And you know, I've struggled with gratitude journals in the past. I didn't want to have a whole lot of space because I find that I tend to repeat the same things. I'm grateful for my family. Now I'm trying to be, you know, a little more granular and you know, focus on stuff that isn't all big picture stuff in my gratitude journal. So anyway, these are little spaces to jot down something that I'm grateful for every day. This is my book tracking spread. On this side we have books to read, and on this side we have books I've read. I'm just going to use this, I guess, as long as, you know, there's still room to write in it, and then I'll create a new one for whenever this one runs out. Oh, and just scooting back for a second, this again is that NBK Art Crush kit. You can see these, you know, spectacular painted flowers, just beautiful. This is the Memory Pockets monthly Emerge kit, which is really just fabulous this month. I love all of the embellishments and clean colors. This was made with Becca Bonneville's kit called Snuggle Season, which is absolutely adorable. Her stuff, her little stickers are just wonderful. I really love working with them. And then finally, I have January goals. These are more specific, you know, goals than my 2023 goals. At least that's the idea, that these will, you know, be specific things that I'm working on right now in January. This was made with Gina Miller's kit, Note to Self. And again, these are all part of the BYOC collection, so they all coordinate in colors. And I think that's it, but I really appreciate your watching, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. I would be happy to, you know, put together some videos about how I cut these out or my process, if anybody thinks that would be helpful. But in the meantime, thank you and happy January.